Hello and welcome to Crooked House Gaming. Today we'll be focusing on the History Challenge. The History Challenge is a legacy style challenge in The Sims that takes your Sims on a journey through history, starting with the Stone Age. There are a lot of rules to this challenge and I'll put links to them in the description box below. If it sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, welcome. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any episodes of this History Challenge. So let's make some Sims history. Baby Aurora grew up yesterday. We were not able to go into CAS and set baby Aurora's outfit, so let's go and do that. We don't have a lot of toddler CC. This is baby Aurora's everyday wear. This is baby Aurora's formal wear. This is baby Aurora's sleepwear. This is her party wear. This is her swimwear. This is her hot weather wear. And this is her cold weather wear. Now we are keeping baby Aurora's hair as it is. Those are baby Aurora's outfits. Now baby Aurora is a toddler. She inherited the bed that her sister used because her sister has not been a child that long. They just used the bed that Elsie had. But baby Aurora is getting rather hungry. It looks like Aurora doesn't want to wake up. She's one of those hates the morning type of babies. She is a fussy baby. Robert is giving his daughter some food. There is a high possibility that she'll throw her food on the ground because she is a fussy sim. And it looks like Aurora's got all the bad traits. She's a messy eater. She's a fussy baby and she literally just threw her stuff on the ground. So you're just not going to have any food, honey. You're just going to sit there while your father eats. She was able to squirm out of her chair somehow and she's going back to bed. Elsie is dealing with grief. How does she cope with grief? That's a new feature that they gave with the life and death. She's a blues grief type. Emotions are prone to gloomy interactions. They can cope positively by attending grief counseling, reading, painting, improving their logic skill, practicing wellness, playing instruments. These activities can help lift their spirits and provide a healthy outlet. Elsie's gonna go take a bath. She does have to go to school today. It is rather early in the morning. Elsie's gonna go check on the grubs. Elsie is seeing to her chores before she has to go off to school today. Robert is heading off to work and he'll probably get a full day of pay because he's going off on time. Elsie's feeling rather energized and she remembered what the ghost of her great-grandmother said about fitness. So she's out here working on her fitness. She's doing those push-up things that her great-grandmother taught her. Ilsa is working on more painting so that she can have another art exhibit. Lise did say that she wanted to learn herbalism, but she has not learned very many of her grandmother's recipes. She has to find a way to learn more about herbalism. She already spoke to Flint. He hasn't brought over a copy of the book of recipes that his mother had given him to write down all of her knowledge. Lise hasn't really been able to dip that far into herbalism. She was able to make 2 recipes, but not much more than that. Elsie remembers that her mother was talking about the stone goddesses and how the stone goddesses make the family's fortune grow like a garden. So she is going to go up to the garden and take a look at what a garden actually looks like. Maybe she can work on some of the gardening. And it does look like she has the ability to weed. While more weeding can be done, the bell is tolling to call the children to come to school. Elsie's heading off. Lise came in the studio to talk to her mother. I should probably bring this over to your sister. She needs pictures of the stone goddesses in her home. I'm so surprised. Isla has not been acting ugly. Marriage and taking care of a house has really changed her. It was such a joy to see her at the family events. I knew that once she had a couple babies, she would calm right down. Married life totally changes how you view the world. Robert has been promoted to River Wrangler. I know that grandmother learned herbs in the Stone Age, but who taught her? Back when I was younger, we used to have to go to this place called Granite Falls when we was pregnant. I think I told you about that. But Granite Falls, when you went through a cave, it brought you to a secret place where the hermit of Granite Falls lived. And that's who taught Mother most of her herbalism. In all of the world, that is the best place to go learn herbalism. Yes, I even tried to find the hermit of Granite Falls, but I couldn't find it. It's almost impossible to find the hermit of Granite Falls. I think your sister Isla traveled there to try to find the hermit, but I don't know if she ever found that hermit. The bell on the bill collection box has just rung. The bill collector has brought the bill. Robert has received a message from the headmaster of the school that said that Elsie turned around to look at another student's test during class, and she was sent to the office of the headmaster. They are sending him a message on how to deal with reprimanding her. Robert has told the headmaster to let her retake the test in a room without children so that she can not cheat off of other people. Ilsa has finished her painting. All the talk of herbalism made her think about the garden. It's been quite a while since I've come up to the garden. I should probably check on it. It's so sad because Mother's plants are dying, and Lise has successfully paid the bill. She is going to travel. Her mother said that her sister went out to Granite Falls trying to find the hermit, and she does recall that her sister went out there. She doesn't know if she actually found the hermit. Lise has traveled to her sister's home. It's been a while since she's been here. Last time she was here, it was a hut made out of sticks, but it is a rather large and impressive structure now. She's going over to knock on the door. It does seem that her sister Isla is home. Isla looks like she's thinking about babies. She could be pregnant again. She does look like she has morning sickness. So happy to find you home. I have so many questions for you. What sort of questions do you have for me? I thought you were just here to see how fabulous my house is. Now I just see you want information from me. Why can't you just come for a visit? You're as bad as the boxheads, always wanting something. I went to the stone goddess priestesses to ask about herbalism, and they told me they didn't know anything about it. Of course they don't. I asked them about magic knowledge, and they knew nothing. They just sang me songs of the sun, and that didn't help me learn magic. It's useless. I had to take it upon myself. I don't want to fight with you about magic. I just want to learn about herbalism. Mother said you braved the forest and you went to Granite Falls. Mother said there's a hermit out there that you can learn knowledge from. It's no game going to that Granite Falls. I had to go to 3 forests and I had to go through a cave. Please don't play games with me and just tell me true if you found the hermit of Granite Falls. Yes, I was able to find the hermit. He was in a cave. He taught me a recipe about insect repelling, but he said if I wanted the knowledge that I had to go back there and learn different recipes from him. That's so great to know that this hermit really is a real person. Probably shouldn't have yelled at her. This is her home. I think I'll go apologize for me being so curt with her. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I see that you're probably having morning sickness. Yes, I've been crying nonstop. I've already had 2 babies. I can't believe I'm pregnant with a 3rd. You've already had 2 babies? Grandmother's been telling me to have more than 2 babies. I can't keep Copper's hands off of me. He always wants to woohoo. Probably why I'm pregnant with a 3rd baby. You should be celebrating that you birthed so many babies. Thank you for complimenting me. I'm glad we're getting along better than we did when we were children. You said you went to Granite Falls and you were able to find the cave. Could you draw me a map on how to get there? Yeah, I'll draw you a map. It's trashy to try to get there without one. I want to do grandmother proud and be the best herbalist that I could be. I'm just not a good painter like Mother, and our family's running low on money. I don't want our family to live in poverty. I want our house to look as grand as your house. This house is beautiful, Isla. I compliment all of your decorative choices. I'd like to make our house look as grand as this. Perhaps you can come over and give me some of your tips and tricks. And if I'm able to learn herbalism, perhaps I could come up with something that will help us with morning sickness. I would love something to help me with morning sickness. I am so tired of vomiting up everything I eat. I'll head out the minute you draw me that map. I'm glad that you're admitting that I have some knowledge that you don't have. We'll happily draw up that map. I'll even mark the place where I saw some animal lairs so you can avoid them. Lise has returned to the Simbilis land. Looking at that map, she saw that it was too great a distance to travel out to Granite Falls today. Hello, Mother. How did you make out talking to your sister? She says she's expecting her 3rd child. That's amazing to hear she's had 3 children. She told me that she was able to find the hermit of Granite Falls. She drew me a map on how to get there. I hope you didn't bug her too much. You know how her temper can be, and I don't want you 2 on bad terms. I did have a little bit of a fight with her, but I apologized, and we're back on good terms. She was able to draw me a map, and she detailed the way that she got to the hermit. Well, you be careful. It's no game going to Granite Falls. It's quite dangerous. Make sure you pack good food, and I find the tent I stayed in case you need it. I don't think there's any inns on the way, and I think if you're able to find this hermit of Granite Falls, that you should write it down so that Elsie won't be wandering around without any knowledge on how to expand her knowledge of herbalism. I'm going to write down more of our ideas on how to run the household as well, because all the information that we have in this family is spread out all over the place, and I hate to have to fight to find every little piece of knowledge grandmother had. I'd like all of our knowledge in one place. You did take my advice and go talk to Flint about the knowledge, didn't you? I did go to Flint and I asked him to make a copy of all of the knowledge that he had written down in his book, but it's going to take him quite some time to make a copy of the book. Lise is going to check on her daughter Aurora. She's found Aurora in the courtyard. She is going to work on her daughter's movement skills. Elsie is working on her artwork. She had a very stressful day at school. The fact that she was reprimanded in front of the class and forced to take her test over made her question her ability to do anything correctly. She did do a piece of artwork, and it did bring up her fun a little bit. She is too tired to do her schoolwork and too angry and tense. chance she is going to go rest and see if she will feel a little bit better when she wakes up. Maybe I should try to have a third child. Listening to my sister talk about her expanding family, maybe that's something I should talk to Robert about while my children are still young. She realizes that she hasn't eaten all day and she's going to go get herself some food. Perhaps tomorrow I can head out to Granite Falls and I can talk to Robert about possibly having another baby. And I should probably invite Isla over. I did want to talk to her about designing tips, but our family fortune's going down. Those bills were so large. I'll focus on the herbalism first, and then I'll make us some money, and then I'll talk to Isla about decorating this home. Maybe I'm not doing the best job as a leader of this clan. There's so much to do in this clan. I'm so tired. Didn't realize how much work went into running this family. I went to visit my sister, and she is having another baby. I spoke to grandmother, and she said we should have another baby. I would love to have another baby. Having another baby is going to take a lot of money from this family. I'll just work a little bit harder. We can try to have another baby if you really think that that's going to be good for the family. And when a new baby comes in the family, it's always such a grand adventure. I just don't think we really need another baby in this family, Robert. Babies bring such joy to this family. We could try to have another baby whenever you're ready. But if this thought of having another baby is making you sad, I just don't want you working so hard, Robert. It makes you so tense. Don't worry about me. I'll do what needs to be done to make this family successful. If I have to take another job throwing stones, I'll take another job to throw stones. Elsie woke up from her nap. The tension from her bad day at school has gone away, and she is able to focus on her schoolwork. She's going to try to get this done and go back to bed. Lise is feeling exhausted from the day's activities, and she is putting herself to bed, but Robert feels pretty good. He's really happy about that promotion he got today. He's going to work a little bit more on his handiness, and then he'll probably see himself off to bed. And I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for stopping by our Crooked House. If you like what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow the Simbilis family on their journey through the Renaissance, it really helps us out. Have a great week. See you soon.